Welcome to your best kept secret to success, where we explore the living architecture of your soul design and the pathways to align your wealth, work, and life with your deepest truth. I'm Prema, here to help you remember who you are and live from that truth without distortion. Take a breath with me as we open this space together. 3 long breaths, steady breaths, deep breaths. As you breathe, notice how your body softens. Notice how your body softens and releases when you're not reaching, not striving, but simply here. This is where we begin. If you've never taken the Sacred Wealth Archetype Quiz, it's a beautiful place to begin. You'll discover your unique Sacred Wealth Code, which holds the key to aligned prosperity. You'll find that link in the show notes. We will do a short planetary update because we have a very important transit coming up, and then we'll dive into our main content. There will be a integration practice at the end because we're called to live from our soul to the soles of our feet. Embodiment. There is a total lunar eclipse in Aquarius in Vedic Astrology on September 7th. We are in the eclipse portal. It'll be followed 2 weeks later by a solar eclipse. This lunar eclipse is a moment of sudden illumination, karmic release, and breakthrough. Aquarius rules community, vision, and collective belonging, our higher social ideals. It is the sign of the people, and its opposite, the sign of the one, the leader, Leo. It represents a place where we're in touch with, or we're called to get in touch with, our social purpose and who we are aligned to connect with in order to bring that social purpose out to serve the world. The eclipse clarifies the burdens that you may be carrying that aren't yours. What service you have taken on that doesn't belong to you. This eclipse strips away illusion. It forces discernment. What is truly yours will remain. What is not yours will fall away. Emotions run high at eclipse time. It's good to give yourself a wide breath with others. It's a time of change. And change is not a bad thing. It's just not always convenient. This eclipse is a potent moment for release and for reset. And in my monthly full moon sacred healing circle, I'll be doing a special healing circle for the eclipse itself on September 7th. If you're ready to be held in that field, and move through this passage in coherence, you'll find the link in the show notes to join us. If you're curious about how this eclipse and the current alignments and the ones coming up are activating your chart and which gifts you're truly here to serve with, this is the perfect time for a Sacred Wealth Code reading or a Soul Blueprint reading. And you'll also find the details in the show notes. Our transmission today: serve only with what you're here to serve with, is what's come through. And one of the costs with serving, when we may be not fully in coherence, is overgiving. Overgiving happens when we serve from compulsion, approval seeking, or fear of being not enough. Overgiving is a shadow of service. It happens when we try to prove we're enough by doing more. Saying yes when our soul is saying no. Or taking on burdens that were never ours to begin with. Overgiving creates distortion, complication, drama, and depletion. It's the shadow side of the great nurturer and the queen in the Sacred Wealth Code archetype system, the moon's archetypes. We all have a moon. We've all brushed up against or stood deeply in overgiving. Life becomes complicated. Relationships get tangled in drama, and our energy drains. We confuse exhaustion with devotion. This eclipse is showing us exactly where those energetic leaks live. If you feel stretched, resentful, or secretly hoping someone notices how much you're doing, that's your signal. These are not badges of honor. They are cues that you're serving outside of your soul's design. The posture of true service. True service is never heavy. It flows from coherence. And instead of draining you, it multiplies your energy. True service flows from coherence. It multiplies rather than drains. Recently, one of my clients came to me overwhelmed, pouring herself into multiple projects that looked important. But when I helped her to pause and listen for the tone of resonance and the sense of alignment with her soul blueprint, she realized one of those projects felt like pushing a boulder uphill. She had the courage to let it go. And within a short time, the other work she was carrying came to life with a new breath of energy. Her team rallied, her results grew, and she found herself totally immersed in and enjoying the process again. That's the posture of true service. When you serve from resonance, the field strengthens. When you serve from compulsion, obligation, it fragments. Feel the difference. Service as alignment, not readiness. Readiness is an illusion. We often think we must wait until we're ready. More training, the next certificate, more clarity, more proof. But readiness is an illusion. If you wait until you feel completely ready, you'll never serve. Reverence is the true posture. And reverence says, I serve only with what is mine right now, as I am. This is a gate I have stepped through many times. I remember early on, before much of this work unfolded, I had been practicing and studying yoga for many years. It was a deep part of my life since I was a teenager. And one day, I was asked to step in and teach. My mind wanted to protest. I'm not ready. I haven't planned for this. Who am I to lead, teach? But my heart knew. Teaching was already alive in me. It was already a way of life for me. One of my sacred wealth gifts. And when I stepped forward, it was just like something clicked into place. The class flowed naturally, not because I had everything figured out, but because it was mine to serve with. That moment became a signature code for me. When it's true, and when it's yours, you don't need to be ready. You only need to embrace it and be willing to step in. Your true service will meet you in that step. Reverence. This is the posture of service in alignment. Not forcing, not proving, and not over preparing, but reverence, showing up in coherence with what is already alive in you. This is what you are called to serve with. And this is where transformation happens. The energy is a cosmic mirror. The energy of this lunar eclipse. What isn't yours to serve with will shake loose. It will reveal what you've been holding that was never yours to carry. What's real will stay. What isn't yours will shake too. It'll shake loose. You don't need to grip tighter. You don't need to hold it. Let it go. You don't need to fear what falls away. The eclipse ensures that what belongs to you cannot be lost. And what isn't yours cannot remain. And the invitation is simple. Serve only with what is yours. Release the rest. If this transmission speaks to you, Sacred Wealth Mastery is the living field where we walk this every day. It's not a program, it's a remembrance. We don't overextend or force. We learn to serve from coherence, alignment, and truth. If you feel the gate is open for you, you'll know. And you'll find the link with the show notes. Before we do our integration practice, I'm going to do a short Sacred Wealth Code Oracle reading from the Sacred Wealth Code Oracle deck. There's also the book, Your Sacred Wealth Code, and journal, all available in the links below and on Amazon. If there's something you're looking for guidance, something that's stirred in you in this transmission, in this teaching, or just something that's weighing on your heart, hold it in your heart and let this reading open the answers for you. Picking 2 cards today from the Oracle deck. The Sage comes in. This is one of Jupiter's archetypes. The mantra is, the truth will set you free. The Sage comes in to remind us that truth is freedom. That you know what is true for you when you quiet down enough, when you put the expectations from others down, and when you get up high enough on your personal mountain to get a view of the big picture. And allow truth with a capital T to land and drop it all the way down from your mind to your heart, down into your core, your third chakra, your center of power and will, and you walk forward with it. The sage reminds us that we must stay attuned to spiritual guidance, the bigger picture, wisdom, and to apply that to our life. Apply that to what might feel like it needs to be solved. Wisdom is the solution. How many times do you know truthfully what's really true for you to say, to do, to not say? And haven't honored that. The sage empowers you to honor that now. Then you are truly in service, because what's good for you is good for everyone, even if they don't know it yet, even if it's uncomfortable. The magician walks in the room. This is Rahu's card. This is the archetype of Rahu, the north node of the moon, the magician, what's causing the lunar eclipse on September 7th. And it'll be part of the aspect of the solar eclipse on the 22nd, which is just a partial solar eclipse. The lunar eclipse is total, powerful. The master manifester, Rahu. But you see, Rahu can move with the energy, can move with your intention in any color, any flavor, whether it moves from purity, like the sage, and truth, or whether it moves from fear or anywhere in between. This is the process of involution, moving energy into form. So the magician is reminding us to be squeaky clean. It's a term from my daddy. Squeaky clean with your energy on what it is that you are bringing through your service. So that you're manifesting and you're creating for the highest good of all. So, what might you need to let go of? And what might you need to embrace in order to be very clear and clean, so the magician can work for you? Let's take a moment with an integration practice. So all of this lands deep within you, just in the right place for you. If you can, close your eyes. Place your hand on your heart and start to deepen your breath. Come home to heart, your center of wisdom, your center of truth, the seat of your soul, Let go of your shoulders. Let everything slide off them. You have no responsibilities in this very moment except for to tell yourself the truth. Let this question drop into your heart. Is this, fill in the blank, is this mine to serve? If it's a yes, feel the sense of ease, expansion, or warmth. If it's a no, feel the contraction and let it go. Here are 3 deeper soul wisdom questions you may want to journal about afterwards. Trust what comes up for you. Let it land in your heart. What am I being shown is not mine to carry. What service feels light and natural, even under pressure? And what am I ready to release? To walk in alignment. And take a deep breath. You can return to these questions, but trust the first thing that comes up. Awareness precedes change. Tell yourself the truth and walk with the truth. That's one of the best ways we can be in service. If you'd like personal guidance through this eclipse season, through understanding your birth chart, your unique wealth code, a sacred wealth code reading or a soul blueprint reading is a powerful way to see your unique gifts and the timing written in your chart. If you're longing to live inside a field that holds you in daily remembrance of your soul's design, Sacred Wealth Mastery is that living temple. It's not a program. It's a resonance. If you feel it, you'll know. And if you're simply ready to receive support and reset in a sacred way, every month, the Healing Circle is always here as part of this work, a beautiful place to restore coherence, align with your own inner architecture. All the links are in the show notes. As always, I invite you to subscribe, to follow, to comment and share this podcast with someone who might need it today. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please leave a review. Your words help this message reach others. And on Spotify, you can simply like the episode. Thank you for being here. Remember, your soul already carries the blueprint for your sacred wealth, for your purpose. And when you live in alignment with that truth, the right people, opportunities, and resources and service arrive without force, in perfect timing and perfectly sequenced for you. So much love to you.